Box office! Box office is pretty interesting. It is pretty interesting because we have a horror movie that came out. We have the big blockbuster sequel that came out last week that fell. And then, of course, we have this other movie that comes to based on a true story, probably loosely based on a true story, that came out from not a big studio because, I don't know, it's all very interesting. But yeah, The Sound of Freedom obviously is grabbing people's attention. But sadly, you know, with the subject matter of it being about child trafficking, sadly it's gotten political, which is very interesting to me. It's gotten political because you would think that that subject matter should not be political at all. There should not be politics involved when it comes to all this. But then I know Jim Caviezel, whatever, you know, Caviezel. I've seen recent interviews when he talked about it. He's been cast away from Hollywood. And then, of course, the old things when he was like backing up some QAnon kind of stuff and about child trafficking, and there was like a certain thing promoting that, which is now just like this big, and they of course call it like a far-right QAnon paranoid kind of thing, whatever the hell, which is kind of interesting because going back to conspiracies and how I like to go down the rabbit hole of conspiracies, it never used to be a right-wing thing. It used to be a left-wing thing, but now it's a right-wing. Like a decade ago, it was a left-wing thing to be a conspiracy theory. I go down the rabbit holes, John F. Kennedy, all the experiments that's happened, Area 51, 9/11, all the stuff. I've gone down the rabbit holes because I'm so fascinated by it, because you just, you know, Bigfoot and all, you know, creatures in this, you know, there's all kinds of things. But now when it comes to conspiracy theories, it's now a right-wing thing. Maybe they don't like Jim Caviezel, because of what he said about certain things. Sure, I get that. But at the same time, I'm like, the subject matter is a thing that is real. It's an actual thing. And I remember there was reports about the character that this is based off of. I've seen the reports and seen like the, you know, on CBS and whatever the hell that reported on this particular person and child trafficking and stuff like that. So I don't know. I just don't think that stuff like this, because it's interesting when you see like Rolling Stone and the Washington Post and a lot of these places that are just like calling it like a alt-right, whatever the hell kind of thing. But then they also gave a glowing review of Cuties. Seems a little ass backwards, but okay. Insidious, the horror genre is just still kicking ass. I did not expect Insidious, The Red Door, to make this much. I mean, I was like, oh yeah, this is what, the fifth one or whatever? I didn't go see it because I don't even think I saw the last one, to be honest. But look at this. I mean, this movie, and it had like a $16 million budget. Patrick Wilson, his directorial debut, I believe, directing this one right here. And it's at $65 million worldwide, which I thought, fantastic. The horror genre is thriving while all these other big sequels and superhero movies are fucking flopping. I love the fact that the horror genre is just super strong right now. Dial of Destiny, which dropped 54.6%. It's sitting right there at 249.3. So it's probably gonna, it'll probably make it over 300 million, and that's about it right there. Yeesh. And then, like I said, The Sound of Freedom right here opened up strong. Look at that. Now it's at $41.6 million. This movie probably did not cost nearly as much. It probably had a similar budget as Insidious, maybe even less. This movie is going to be doing gangbusters right here. The incredible true story of a former government agent turned vigilante who embarks on a dangerous mission to rescue hundreds of children from sex traffickers. Don't go watch it, though. Whatever. Again, it's very strange. And then, of course, we had Joyride that came out. I thought about seeing this movie, too, because I was hearing good things about it. It didn't really make a splash in the domestic box office. 5.8. I don't think The Flash is going to be doing much more, and it's not going to make that 300 million. Damn it, man. I really had high hopes for it, and I still enjoyed it. Saw it twice. Plan on watching it more times. And then, of course, you got Spider-Verse. Spider-Verse is kicking ass. 642.3 right there.